What's up, guys? David here. Welcome to another podcast. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. For me, as always, this is a Matt play with my brother Carl, and also listen to a lot of English, and also read some second grade textbook today. Well, actually, I already got the second grade textbook. I mean, the middle school second grade textbook. So I read a little bit. Well, I mean it is always, good to prepare for the future. I mean, yes, so I also recommend you guys to do that. But actually, you guys have realized that I didn't read any books today, right? I'm not talking about the textbook. You know what I'm saying, right? Actually, I didn't read any books today, and I haven't read any books for a while, and from now on, I'm going to start reading books every day again. I mean, it is really important. It is really important to read books every day. I mean, reading books every day is so powerful. I definitely recommend you guys to read books every day. It is going to be really helpful. So yeah, please do. So today we're going. Let's start. I don't know how to say yeah. So yeah, anyway, let's start today's podcast. Uh, Today we're going to finish movie Castaway, right? Yeah. I, so last week, yeah, we did the movie Castaway Part One. Today we're going to do the Part Two. I mean, we're going to finish the whole story. So last week, yeah, last week I remember that. Yeah, I remember we finished that. The main character of the movie is Chuck Nolan. Chuck Nolan is the main character, and he was the transport manager of FedEx, which is a FedEx, which is a global delivery company, and we also know that he was a really busy man, and yeah, he was having a Christmas Eve with his fiancee Kelly, right? But suddenly, yeah, he was paged, which means he needs to go. He needs to go for work, and yeah, and the plane he was on was crashed into the sea due to the weather problems. But luckily, yeah, fortunately, he had how do I say this? Yeah, he had the lifeboat in his hands, so yeah, he could have survived. So yeah, he survived with the lifeboat, and he fainted for a for a while. And when he was awake, he was in the un. Wait a minute, let me find. I mean, I know the word, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So let me hear the pronunciation. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, when he was awake, he was in the uninhabited uninhabited island. Uninhabited island is kind of yeah, uninhabited island is kind of like an island that no one is living. So yeah, he was in the island, and actually yeah, he needs to survive, right? He needs to survive in the island, but there is nothing. Like so yeah. But luckily there were coconut tree. There were tons of coconut trees, and he can also catch a fish and eat it. So eating problem solved. He doesn't need to worry about eating. And there were also some package that floated to the island with Chuck. I mean, yeah, Chuck was floated to the island, but on a lifeboat, and there were also some package that floated together with Chuck, and yeah, he found he got a and he was like opening the package, and he found the volleyball in the packages, and actually he named the volleyball Wilson, right? Because I mean, well, I guess I guess well, I mean, yeah. Let me tell you the story first, and yeah, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. So, well, yeah, he named the volleyball Wilson, which is his friend, and well, I guess yeah, you know, he named his, you know, he really wanted to have friends, right? I mean, because yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can feel how he felt at that time, like a thing like with, so for example, you're in uninhabited island that no one is living, And yeah, you're so alone, right? When you're alone in an island that no one is seeing, then yeah, you might be so scary and you might be so lonely, right? And if I were Chuck, if I were in Chuck's shoes, I would have also, named, I would have also make a friend, with a volleyball or other stuff because, I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be scary. Maybe if you have someone to, talk to. I mean, you can't talk with the object, but, at least you can do the imagine talking. Well, so yeah, you can be, I mean, yeah, it will help you, it will help you not become lonely. Oh, I'm terrible at saying this. Well, anyway, so he named the volleyball Wilson. He makes a friend, and then he tried to escape the island so many times. I mean, he tried over and over again, but he all failed. I mean, he can even count how many times he tried. Well, anyway, he tried so many times, and then I guess we finished the story here. Yeah, we finished the story last week here, and yeah, we're going to begins the next story. So, next story begins with 4 years later. So yeah, 4 years. So which means yeah, he have stayed in the island for 4 years. I mean, it's such a long time, right? I mean, it's super long time. Yeah, which means yeah, what happens? Yeah, after 4 years, what happens? Instead, in the island, in the island, there is no scissor, which means yeah, he can't cut his hair, and there's no shaving equipment like a razor, so he can shave, which means yeah, I guess yeah, you guys will imagine how he's looked like. He almost became he almost wait a minute. Let me find a word quickly. A moment. A primitive man. Yeah, he almost became like a primitive man because he haven't cut his hair for 4 years and he haven't shaved for 4 years. I mean, he's almost like a primitive man. He's almost like a monster or no, he's almost like a animal. Right? Yeah, animal is better. Well, yeah, which means it's terrible. I mean, it's not good. Well, anyway, yeah, Chuck still hasn't found a way to Chuck still hasn't found a way to get out of the island for 4 years. But actually, yesterday, uh, restroom door. Oh no, wait a minute. Let me find this sentence quickly. So yesterday, wait a minute. Yesterday, still played for yeah, still played of a portable toilet, washed up on the island. And well, actually, and I guess the reason why Chuck failed to escape from the uninhabited island every time is because of the large waves that is surrounding the island, uh, you know, and he was like, oh wait, with oh, it was like, oh, with this a steel plate of a portable toilet, if I use this as a sail, then it might work. Hey, Wilson, let's try it together. And he was like, it might be the last chance. Well, anyway, yeah, let's try to escape one more time. And and well, what else? Wait a minute. Yeah, and so and before he leave, yeah, and then he wait, no, not, and he take the watch that he got from his fiance, and yeah, he also yeah, and take the return package. Well, yeah, uh, for someone yeah, who haven't watched the part one of the video. Uh, so before when Chuck worked together with his fiance Kelly, they exchanged a gift together. I mean, yeah, before Chuck leave, it was Christmas Eve, so they exchanged Christmas gift, and Chuck got a watch as a Christmas gift, and yeah, Chuck gives her a ring and return package. And yeah, as I told you, yeah, Chuck and there were some packages that floated together with Chuck, and there were return packages, and Chuck was like, well." when I leave this island, I will return this package to the owner. I mean, Chuck made a promise himself because, I mean, he needs to have a reason to survive, right? I mean, if he doesn't have any reason, why would he survive? And so anyway, he was making this kind of small reason why he should survive, why he should not give up. So anyway, yeah. So he take the watch and return package, and he's waiting for the wind to change the direction. I mean, to escape, to succeed in a higher percent. I mean, to succeed higher. How do I say? Because uh, yeah, I mean, to succeed better. And yeah, he started. The adventure starts again. And do you guys know what happened? Uh, he finally succeed in escaping the island. I mean, yeah, he was so excited. He was so excited and happy. Everything was great until, how do I say this? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, yeah. Everything was great until he met the really strong wind. I mean, actually, at the night, he met a really strong wind that will just blew away the iron. I mean, a steel plate. So he was fighting with the wind, like he's tried to survive. He's tried to hold in the strong wind. Well, and Jack, who is exhausted from and next day, Jack, who is really, who is really exhausted from fighting the wind and rain all night, realized that, Wilson is gone. I mean, he was like, yeah, looking every direction. It's like, oh, Wilson, where are you? And he found the Wilson in the distance. Like he was like, Wilson, I'm coming. Wait there. And actually, yeah, he grabbed the rope and he tried to get the Wilson back, but actually the Wilson gone too far. I mean, he can't reach it. So it was like, oh, Wilson, I'm so sorry. Wilson, I'm so sorry. And he was so crying. I mean, you know, the reason how he had been able to survive on the island is because of the real Wilson, right? I mean, he 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 have a friend that he can talk to in the island, so yeah, he doesn't have to be lonely. But his best friend Wilson is gone. I mean, he's really sad, right? So and he let goes the oar uh, to the sea, and he lay down on the boat. He's just trying to die. He's just trying to die down by the really strong sunlight. But in about a few minutes, really loud noise coming from the back, and he was like, and actually it was the huge ship, and yeah, and he got rescued by the huge ship, and yeah, he got rescued, and all of the friends, and media, they thought Chuck is dead. Chuck is dead. Oh, but they were really surprised. Well, yeah, they all congratulated that they all congratulated Chuck is back. I mean, Chuck. Chuck, I'm so happy you're back. But actually, suddenly he was in such shock because he realized that Kelly, I mean his fiance, if Kelly's married, Kelly's married, and Kelly has a kid. Kelly has a daughter. So he was in such a shock, and and yeah, he was in shock, and actually, yeah, he found a reason to go to Kelly, and found a reason to go to Kelly because actually he wants to return her watch. He wants to return her watch to him. I mean, he kept her present. He kept her watch. I mean, he doesn't lose it. So anyway, he yeah, he went to see Kelly, and yeah, how to say, yeah, they were they have a conversation. Wait a minute, let me think a little bit. So yeah, So yeah, he went to see Kelly, and he yeah, well, I don't remember. Well, he went to see Kelly and was like, "Oh, I'm here to return this watch to you. I mean, it belongs. I mean, it belongs to family. I mean, it should be stand for the family, and not me." And he also said like, "Oh, I thought you're a professor now." Well, actually, so when Kelly and Chuck were together, Kelly was, studying to be professor. Kelly was, working really hard to be professor, but she actually she wasn't a professor, and well, actually now she was like, and now Chuck knows the reason why she doesn't become a professor actually. Uh, so Kelly gave up a lot of things. Kelly gave up to be a professor, and Kelly tried to, find him. I mean, she's a really nice guy. Yeah, Kelly tries to find the Chuck. Kelly was like, I know he's not dead. He's alive. I'm going to find him. So yeah, she gave up a lot of things and yeah, tried to find the Chuck, but yeah, and he didn't. But yeah, but she didn't. Well, anyway, she failed, and she also returns the Chuck car. She also returns Chuck the car of two people. She returns the car of Chuck and Kelly always rode together, which she couldn't afford to throw away. I mean, it has the memory, right? And it's hard to throw away. So yeah, she returns the car back to the Chuck, and now Chuck is and Chuck and they say goodbye for the last time, and Chuck is trying to leaving. Chuck is leaving, but yeah, like Kelly was like Chuck, and yeah, Kelly was like, oh, Chuck, well, I always knew you were alive, and but everyone said, hey, everyone was like, hey, Kelly, you have to let him go, and but yeah, and she's like, oh, I'll never do it again, and she tries to, they tried to meet up together, and they try, yeah, they tried to, live together again, but Chuck who loves Kelly more than anyone says, Kelly, you have to go home because Chuck doesn't want to mess up uh Chuck doesn't want to mess up Kelly's new life, right? I mean, Chuck is a really nice person, and yeah, there were. I mean, yeah, this scene yeah, for me, this scene was really touching. Yeah, I almost cried because yeah, it was so touching. Well, anyway, and then after a few days, Chuck returns the return package to the owner. I mean, Chuck writes something like this how do I say, this return package saved me. Thank you. From Chuck Nolan, and he leaves the package in the owner's door, and he leaves. And I guess yeah, the movie ends. So I guess yeah, it is a really nice movie. Yeah, I definitely recommend you guys to watch, especially when you're having a really bad day, when you're having a really hard day, like you want to give up everything. Oh, I mean, life sucks. Like if you feel like that, I definitely recommend you guys to watch this movie. Yeah, you will get energy. So anyway, I guess this is going to be the end of the video. Uh, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, if it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next week. Bye.